as you can see, and I'll be eating that. I also have a strawberry shake and a Coke Zero. And so I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it. And also, I want to thank you guys for being patient with me while I've been on my little brief hiatus. I did a community post, if you're unaware. My health condition flared up a bit, so I've not. The reason I was gone for a little bit was because I didn't feel that great. But I took some painkillers, took some Tylenol. I'm feeling alright. Felt like getting McDonald's, and felt like making a video. So that's what we're doing today. And so as you guys know, well, if you pay attention, if you care about it, and you want to go see the movie Dune 2. I've been seeing people have been going to watch that, and apparently people say it's good. But I recently watched the Dune movie. I didn't see Dune when it originally came out. And apparently there's also one from 88 or 84 or whatever that I had no idea about. But, because I thought this remake was the first remake, but it's apparently a second remake of, well, it's like I thought it was the first iteration. It's a second iteration of the Dune movies, based on the novel. So, you know, if you're aware of that movies that are usually adaptations from books, I mean, if you're moviegoers and if you watch them, then you'll probably know this. If you read books, you definitely know this. The movies, typically, that are adopted from novels, or adapted from novels, or book series, those usually aren't good. And you're thinking, well, this sounds obvious because how do you fit a whole book into a movie? Which does make sense. How do you do that? Except some movies are pretty good at doing that. Well, Harry Potter, I think. Everyone says the books are way better, but I mean, everyone says that about that particular phenomenon. Got the double quarter pounder with cheese. Everyone says that. But I think there are movies that have massive successes that are not complete bastardizations of the book, right? I've never read the Dune novel. I've wanted to, but I haven't gotten around to reading it. And apparently, the movie is like a complete bastardization of the book. And there's a part 2, so me and my dad were thinking about going and seeing the part 2, because that's in theaters. There's also going to be Kung Fu Panda 4, which I'm excited about. And, I think I don't know, I feel like I want to go see Dune 2. But based on Dune 1, I'm not really going to be expecting much. It probably does iron out the story better. I remember the trailers for Dune when it came out. And I'm like, oh, there's Timothy Chalamet. Cool. And I was like, oh crap, it has Zendaya in it. And I watched it recently, like a day or two ago, and I'm like, Zendaya's screen time in the Dune 2. So to put into perspective, Dune is like a 3-hour movie. Zendaya is in, if I'm being charitable, she's in 15 minutes of the movie. That role is so easy. I'm sure they shot all of her scenes in like a couple days. You know what I mean? She's at the end. But her role at the end, and you know what's funny? I don't know if it's lore accurate for the books. Maybe one of you who's read the books can let me know. I don't know what it is about Zendaya acting. I mean, except for Shake It Up, right? All the OGs know that she's originally from Shake It Up, right? She's like the Disney kid that hasn't gotten addicted to drugs and ruined her life yet. Or like, maybe she did and I never knew about it, but like, you know, Demi Lovato, man, she was struggling. Anyways, got off topic. Anyways, but she has this way of acting where like, she plays the character of like the the disinterested girl, female, like protagonist, like they did it in Spider-Man, and they did the same thing in Dune, like where she doesn't really care or give a fuck, but she's like talking kind of like low-key talking crap, but you're supposed to like her. Like that's her thing. Like that's her mode, and I don't understand that. I don't know why it has to be her character. Maybe one of you can let me know. But does anyone else knows that? I feel like it's gonna be 20 years from now. She's still gonna be acting. And she's still gonna be playing that like disinterested, like high schooler character. And she had to. She's like 30, right? She had to like sell her soul or something, because how does she look so young? Like that doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I mean, my dad, like, when he was talking to me, to say, hey, go, like, watch Dune. See if you want to see a second one. I was like, alright. I specifically avoided watching Dune because I thought it was going to be super boring. I could tell from the trailer what they were going for. Which was like, oh, look at us, we're in the future. But also like, we gotta make everything super sci-fi and stylistic and edited and make it look really cool so you come and spend your money. But really, we're gonna waste your time for like a really long time because the way we're gonna tell this story, like, I expected it to be like a film where they expect you to stay interested because of how cool the scenes look. And that's what's supposed to keep your attention. Not dialogue and story. Oh my god. Absolutely not. God forbid. That has to be my biggest, like, film movie complaint. way, okay, I'm gonna go on a slight tangent here. People will make fun of you for liking Marvel movies. And my Marvel fans, you understand this. Because they're like, those aren't even movies, they're barely even films. Like, they're just superheroes. People dressed up, like grown men dressed up doing stupid shit. Or grown men dressed in tights saving people. Like, it's juvenile. They're so one-dimensional, those movies are always bad. And I'm just like, you haven't seen them. You haven't seen the good ones, bro. And those movies are interesting. Because when you understand everyone's powers, and they make those movies to build off other movies, you then begin to understand certain, like, directing decisions. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, I will admit. But you can't tell me that the X-Men 1 through 3, like, that they're bad. Like, you can't just tell me that they're bad. You didn't watch them and enjoy them. That's fine. But I don't know. Like Fantastic Four, it's cheesy. You may think it's bad. And they always cite the CGI. By the way, guys, I blame you. I blame the mother truckers. I don't want to cuss too much, but I blame you MFers that are like, oh my god, the CGI in this Marvel movie, or the CGI in this sci-fi movie, it's so bad. That's why everything is CGI now. They had to make it better. For all you complainers, bro. I blame y'all. I'm sure there's an underlying reason, and it's not that, but I'm just gonna be facetious and say that it's y'all's fault. But that's what I was expecting from Dune, was like, it was gonna be this film movie where there's dialogue every 5 minutes. You're looking at, like, not that everyone needs to be constantly talking, but like, there's nothing physically going on, right? Like, why is the climax at an hour and 30 minutes into the movie? Why did we need a world build for an hour and 30 minutes? Like, what? Like, why did we need that? And everyone complained, well, certain people complained about Oppenheimer, saying it was really long, but I'm like, they kept you interested. The pacing was fast-paced. Dune is so slow-paced. It's agonizing. And if they do that again, I don't know if I want to sit through that. But I'm going to leave it up to my dad. Y'all let me know what you guys think in the comments, but I'm down to see it either way. I'm probably going to be eventually end up watching it because I have to see something through, even if I think the second one is bad. I need to know what the plot is, what it's gonna end up like. But now I kind of screwed myself because now whenever I time, I'm gonna be thinking about every time when I go to read Dune, the visuals are gonna be like the movie. I'm gonna have my own imagination. What did they'll say about Dune? seems very interesting. But it's better in the books. I can tell it's better in the books based on how the movie represents the plot. But something I follow this one person on Instagram, and she was like, I watched Dune 2 and I really enjoyed it. And I was okay based. And in her story, she was like, well, this is what was in her story. She said, I watched Dune 2 and I really liked it. Even though I didn't see the first one, I thought this one was really good or whatever. And I'm like, how do people do that? See the sequel to a movie and not the original and think the movie that sequel is still good? I understand. Because I've been in a situation where, like, you get dragged to that situation by friends, right? And everyone's seen it except you. And no one wants to rewatch it. And majority rules that they want to see that movie. Yeah, I'll watch it in that case. But, like, in any other circumstance, why? Maybe that was her circumstance, but it seemed like she watched it just to see it. And it was so funny. So many scenes, and I know they do this for movies, it's fine. And I get it. Timothy is hot. Timothy Chalamet is hot, I get it. But there are like 17 scenes or more where they're just literally like, this scene is meant to like, wow, look at how hot this person is. There weren't like a lot of potentially like really attractive actors or actresses in there, but that's what they do. They're like, hey guys, the scenes felt like, I know this is probably what goes on in the books. I understand. In terms of the visions, if you know what I mean, but it felt like in the movie they're saying like, hey guys, Zendaya's still in this movie. Hey, remember Timothy Chalamet? You know, he's barely able to use his powers, but he gets a bunch of visions that are very helpful. I mean, if that's lore accurate, sure. But the way the movie represents it is so funny. At least in my opinion. So yeah, that's my spiel about Dune. I'll let you guys know if I go see the second one, and I'll let you know if I like it. If I like it, everyone says it's supposed to be, well, not everyone, but a lot of people say it's supposed to be better than the first, so. People that have actually read Dune. But to be honest with you, I'm more excited for Kung Fu Panda 4. Because I love those movies. And as a fat man, I find Jack Black and Poe very relatable. And he's just, I don't know. It's goofy childhood fun, like enjoy that. I think the first Kung Fu Panda movie came out when I was 9. If I want to be, I think if I'm accurate, yeah. I want to say, I think it came out like 2008, 2009, or 2007, somewhere in there. And, yeah, I mean, I'm just spilling food all over myself. I'm such a slob. But yeah, so I kind of grew up with the franchise a little bit. I wish Incredibles 2 was better. I watched it. I was hyped for it. Because I'm thinking about it because that's another franchise I grew up with. I was really young when Incredibles 1 came out. But I think based on my demographics, I mean, a good portion of you are my age demographic. So you guys should, at least some of you, for the older crowd, hello, I'm not counting y'all out. But yeah, recently, my appetite has gone down significantly. And I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing. But it's been kind of a good thing because I've lost, I think, like 10 pounds. I'll probably gain it all back after this one meal, though. But I don't know. It's pretty good. You know, I always ask for a large shake. I'm now realizing I don't need all of this. I'll drink it all. It's fuck wasting money, but I now realize eyes, stomach. I did that backwards. Eyes, stomach. Because the phrase is that your eyes are bigger than your stomach. But yeah, I'll take a couple sips of it. But yeah, so I've been planning to have a few videos coming out this month. Next week I'm going to be on my medication, so once I start feeling a lot better, I'm going to be more mobile, moving around, and be able to make videos more often. Because that's what got me on a roll for so long, is the fact that I got medication that made me feel really like a lot better, and that's what was able to get me moving and stuff. So once I'm able to do that again, it will be all Gucci. I may have some stuff going on in the middle of this month, so like in the next week or so, but all of that is yet to be determined. So, anyways, thank you guys all for watching this video. I'll try and, every YouTuber says this, every person who makes videos says this. gonna say it. You guys understand where I was going with that, right? Oh, I promised a big party. Whatever. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I always appreciate you guys' support. You know, comment, like, subscribe, all those good things. If you want to support more, I have channel memberships open if anyone wants to. I don't have any content up yet, but if you just want to donate, that's a perfectly proper way to do it. I have a PayPal, whatever else. Don't feel pressured, but, you know, if you want to support. Anyways, thank you guys all for your support. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.